Hello, brothers and sisters. I wanted to talk about the spiritual warfare I've been experiencing lately. Um, Over the last month, it's been so intense. Um, I can feel the enemy. Literally, it almost feels like they've surrounded my house lately. The pressure that I feel is just overwhelming. But um, God has assured me that He has gifts coming, um, financial, spiritual, every kind of gift you can of abundance you can think of. And I hold my faith. I've had to go through this waiting period, and it's not easy to get through. And there's days when I have doubt. And lately, that spiritual warfare has been filling my mind full of doubt. And that's in my head. In my heart, it's a different story. In my heart, I know it's true. I know it's coming. In my spirit, I know it's coming. And it's interesting. I watched a video a couple days ago, and it was talking about, the waiting period and how it's a pendulum, and it swings far away and it comes back to you again closer till it gets to you. So I feel it approaching. I'm not losing my faith. I'm praying every day. God is sending me signs, and He told me He would. They would be subtle at first. They're still in the somewhat subtle phase, but I thought I'd tell you about the one I had this morning. Actually, I've had them every day this week. There's been a deer every single morning that I wake up in my backyard, and that's not necessarily unusual. To have a deer in my backyard is not unusual. Maybe once a month, but this has been consistently for the last several days. And I love deers. I completely resonate with deers. I don't know why that is, but, well, I do know why, because they're gentle, and they're gentle like my spirit is. They don't kill other animals. They eat from the earth, just like horses, and I've always resonated with them as well. Just like lambs, in the Bible. But anyway, today something kind of remarkable happened. Rather, they were in my backyard as soon as I woke up, but this oppression and pressure that I feel around my house that's trying to interfere with my prayers and my connection to God, I'm certain of that. It felt very heavy, and to the point that something in my spirit stirred and told me, and when I woke up at like dawn, so it was like 6 a.m. in the morning, 6:30 or something, but I felt something my intuition told me, just go get in the car and drive away from the house. So I had to do that yesterday as well. And then I went on YouTube, and this message just popped up on my phone, and it was exactly what I needed to hear. I drove on the freeway for, a good 30 minutes or so, and it cleared my head. It restored my faith. I went back to my house, and then those doubts came back again. So I know there's a suppressive force going on that's trying to make me question my blessing that's coming. But this morning, not only were the deers there in my yard again as soon as I woke up, but I took another drive, and we live in the suburbs, kind of out in the sort of semi-country area, so I'm like on this kind of rural country road, and I'm driving back. I just took a quick drive and got on the freeway again. I don't know why. For some reason, I like driving on the freeway. I guess I like driving fast. But I turned around, got back on this road on the way home, and not, I'll be damned if two deers, a mother and her baby fawn, jumped literally in front of my car. And I didn't have to slam on brakes or anything. You know, they were a little distance away, but they just leapt right over the road, one after another. A mother and her baby deer, and I just burst into tears when that happened. It was such an evident sign that that he was giving me that my miracle was coming, and it was beautiful. And I just wanted to share that with everybody that may be losing hope and wondering if they're getting through to God through their prayers. But I promise you keep doing that every day, and He's going to give you those subtle signs like that, and the synchronicities, and the things that keep your faith anchored to Him. That's so important. And when you have doubts and you feel that flood of negativity coming in, like I did a few days ago, just overwhelmed me when I got back to my house again. It was like just this horrible feeling came over me, like this is all just bullshit, and I know in my heart it's not bullshit, but it was so obvious the enemy just completely enveloped me like a dark cloud and made me doubt that for a few minutes, and then it just cascaded like a roller coaster and overwhelmed me. And I got down on my hands and knees and prayed to God, I'm having doubts, please restore my faith again. And it immediately went away, and I was recentered again. So these spiritual attacks, man, they come in waves, and they're like tidal waves lately. They really are. I'm sure other people are experiencing this as well, and I'd love to hear from you if that's the case. There's a shift going on in the world right now, and it's intense, man. It is really intense. Pray your way through it, man. That's the only way to get through these things. Because there's some change coming, and it's good change. It's not bad change. There's nothing to fear. It's, especially if you're being called by God in your life, and you are certain that you're chosen to be a warrior for Him. Hang in there, because there's some beautiful blessings coming on the other side. I truly believe He's gathering us together as a force. I think that's already moved in the spiritual world, and it's just manifesting here on earth as we move forward into July. And I think July will be truly a revelation. And I know there's a full moon coming up. I believe it's on Monday, the 30th maybe, the 29th or 30th, I'm not sure. I know those are significant days though, where there's going to be truly some revelations going on, and some darkness is going to be exposed. Mark my words. Hang with me for my journey and watch it unfold. It's going to get very interesting over the weekend into the next week. So stay tuned. Okay. Love everybody out there. Thanks. Bye.